Have you ever felt a strange heaviness in your legs, as if something were pulling you down, and yet it wasn't ordinary fatigue? If you've experienced this, you need to understand that it may not be just physical. Today, I'm going to reveal the truth behind this sensation that many cannot explain, but only the chosen ones truly feel. And if you stay with me until the end, you'll see that this heaviness may be the greatest sign that your life has a purpose far greater than you imagine. From an early age, some people carry symptoms that make no sense. They go to doctors, run tests, but nothing shows up, yet they continue to feel that silent burden in their legs, as if the body were crying out for something the mind does not yet understand. This is the invisible calling. It is not illness. It is not weakness. It is a spiritual sign. The sensation comes because the chosen ones are being prepared. It is as if life itself were testing their endurance, forging every step. That weight isn't there to stop you, but to remind you that the path you walk is not ordinary. It is sacred. While many walk lightly because they live without purpose, you carry a burden because you were born for something greater. Here's the truth. This heaviness is the beginning of awakening. It is your body's way of telling you that you've been marked, that your journey will require more strength, more discipline, and more faith. The chosen ones do not discover their mission overnight. First, they feel it. And almost always, that feeling begins in the legs, because they represent the path that is meant to be walked. Before I continue this revelation, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share in the comments if you've ever felt this heaviness in your legs. I want to hear your story, because it may be the sign that you too are one of the chosen ones. Many people mistake it. They believe heaviness in the legs is nothing more than tiredness, overwork, lack of exercise, or even poor circulation. But the chosen ones know it is not just that. There is a deep difference between a physical symptom and a spiritual sign. The body speaks, but when it comes to the chosen ones, the body screams. This weight does not appear randomly. It shows up in specific moments. When you are about to make an important decision, when your mind begins to open to something greater, or even when you feel as if you are being watched by invisible forces. It is as if each step becomes heavier, because you are not just walking in the physical world. You are carrying an energy that does not belong to everyone. And do you know why it happens specifically in the legs? Because they are the symbol of the path. It is through your legs that you move forward, that you fulfill the journey. The weight is proof that your path is not simple, that every movement has a purpose. While some walk lightly because they follow easy roads, the chosen ones feel every step because they carry within them the responsibility of a greater destiny. Imagine an ordinary person who spends the entire day standing, working, running from one place to another. At the end of the day, they feel tired, and that is normal, but the chosen one feels the weight even on quiet days. It is a weight that comes out of nowhere, that appears when no one expects it, and that cannot be explained by logic. That is because it is not in the body, it is in the soul. It is as if the energy of the universe were concentrating in the legs to anchor you to the earth. Because without that weight, you might drift away, become distracted, abandon your path. The weight is like an invisible chain that holds you steady, that doesn't let you forget who you are. It aches, it disturbs, but it also awakens you. And here lies the most powerful truth. The heavier the weight, the greater your mission. Few understand it, and fewer still can bear it. It is not weakness. It is spiritual strength being forged. Your body is being trained even when you are not aware of it. So the next time you feel that unexplainable heaviness, do not see it as a problem. See it as a sign. It is the universe reminding you that you are not like the others, that you have been chosen. Have you ever noticed there are pains no one can explain? You take exams, you search for answers, and the doctor tells you everything is normal. But inside, you know it is not. Something is happening, and in that moment, many chosen ones begin to awaken, even without realizing it. The heaviness in the legs is only the doorway. The real mystery begins when you understand that this symptom does not stand alone. Along with it come sleepless nights, strange dreams, sensations of being watched, chills running through your body when no one is touching you. It is as if your soul were trying to speak while the world around you remains deaf. This is the silent awakening. There are no fireworks, there is no warning. Life simply begins to change. Slowly you notice that you no longer fit in the same places. What once attracted you no longer holds your interest. People drift away, cycles come to an end, and an invisible force seems to push you in another direction. And the most curious thing is, no one understands. When you speak about the weight you feel, about the strange experiences, about the signs, when you speak about the feeling that something greater is guiding you, many laugh. Others say it's all in your head. But deep down, you know it's not. Because even without being able to explain it, you feel it. Awakening does not happen with noise. It happens in silence, in the dark room when you're alone, in the moment you pause and realize you carry an energy that does not belong to everyone. And it is in that silence that the chosen one begins to see their own truth. This process is not easy. It brings confusion, loneliness, and doubt, but it also brings clarity. The heaviness in your legs, which once felt like nothing more than discomfort, begins to be understood as a sign. It is proof that you are being called, and the more you resist, the stronger it becomes. The silent awakening is the first stage of a journey that few can endure, because once awakened, there is no way back to sleep. Every step you take, every time you feel the heaviness in your legs, is not just a physical struggle. It is a reminder that you are being purified. Few people understand this, but the chosen ones never receive their mission lightly or easily. Before they are lifted, they must be shaped. And this shaping does not happen only in the mind or in the spirit, but also in the body. The legs carry the symbolism of the path. They are what sustain you, what keep you standing when the world tries to knock you down, what carry you toward your destiny. That is why the weight appears specifically in them, because it is as if the universe itself were testing you, proving whether your faith can endure even when walking feels impossible. Have you noticed that on the days when your soul feels most weary, the heaviness grows stronger? That is not a coincidence. It is a process of purification. It is as if the burden came to burn away everything that no longer serves you. Fears, insecurities, attachments, addictions, and people who are not meant for your journey. The body feels first what the soul needs to release. And here lies the deepest truth. The heavier the path, the purer the destiny. The weight does not come to destroy you. It comes to prepare you. Each pain is an adjustment. Each discomfort is a cleansing. The chosen must carry this weight because their mission demands strength, and strength is never born from comfort, but from resistance. It is in this very process that many give up. They believe they cannot endure, that they are unworthy, that it is nothing more than meaningless suffering. But those who endure, those who keep walking with heavy legs, even without understanding, even in silence, those are the ones who reach their true purpose. This weight is also sacred, because it is in this very burden that the chosen one ceases to be just an ordinary person and begins to transform into who they were truly born to be. Have you ever wondered why the heaviness in your legs appears precisely in the moments when you most need to move forward? When you are about to make an important decision, when you finally begin to change your life, or when you find the courage to step out of your comfort zone, it is in these very moments that the burden increases. This is no accident. That weight is the reflection of a battle you cannot see, but you can feel. There is a silent war happening, inside you and all around you. While higher spiritual forces are trying to lift you, dense negative forces do everything they can to hold you. Find the courage to step out of your comfort zone. It is in these very moments that the burden increases. This is no accident. That weight is the reflection of a battle you cannot see, but you can feel. There is a silent war happening, inside you and all around you. While higher spiritual forces are trying to lift you, dense negative forces do everything they can to hold you back. It is as if every step you take becomes a threat to them, because the closer you get to your mission, the more they resist. And your mission, as one of the chosen, is precisely to break the chains that bind you, and by doing so, open paths that also free others. This heaviness in the legs is the resistance of these invisible forces. It is as if they were trying to cling to you, to slow you down, to pin you to the ground. But here is the truth many ignore. When you feel this weight, it is not a sign of defeat. On the contrary, it is proof that you are disturbing the side that does not want your victory. If you were irrelevant, you would walk lightly. Why is this important? Because your life has a purpose far greater than yourself. And as the battles intensify, every time you feel that heaviness, remember, it is not just physical, it is spiritual. It is a war. And with every step you take, even with pain, even with burden, you prove that darkness has no power over you. The weight is real, but so is the victory. The chosen walk with difficulty, but they walk, and that is what makes them different. The heaviness in the legs is already a powerful sign on its own, but what truly distinguishes the chosen ones from all others is the sum of the signs that accompany this burden. Because it is not only about feeling pain or tiredness, it is about recognizing that this weight carries spiritual messages. The first sign is that it does not follow the logic of the body. It doesn't matter if you slept well, if you made no effort, if your health is perfect. Suddenly, the heaviness appears without warning. It feels as if your body were overtaken by a dense energy with no explanation at all. This already reveals it is not physical, but spiritual. The second sign lies in the mind. Along with the heaviness come different thoughts, a strong intuition, a deep awareness. The chosen ones carry a sacred weight, felt not only in the body, but in destiny itself. It appears in dreams, visions, solitude, and the struggle to keep moving forward despite heaviness. This weight is both a sign of spiritual battles and a deep connection with the earth, an anchoring that reminds them of their mission in this time and place. Even when it hurts, they advance, proving who they truly are. The heaviness in the legs is more than a burden. It is sacred, a sign that the chosen are rooted in something greater. It serves as a silent guide, transforming struggle into purpose and teaching that every painful step is part of a mission larger than oneself. While the world walks lightly, the chosen carry an invisible responsibility, growing stronger with each step and realizing their destiny through resistance, connection, and spiritual guidance. The chosen feel a force flowing through them, connecting their body, mind, and soul to something greater. Signs appear in thoughts, emotions, encounters, and silence, showing that their path is guided and purposeful. The heaviness in the legs is a spiritual signal, a burden to accept, transform, and use as energy to sustain and illuminate their journey. The chosen learn to carry their burden not just with their legs, but with their mind and soul. By nourishing the spirit, observing signs, and remaining steadfast in purpose, the weight transforms from resistance into strength and guidance. Each challenging step connects them more deeply with their mission, turning obstacles into opportunities and making them the protagonists of their journey. The chosen learn to carry their weight consciously, transforming it from a burden into power and purpose. Every step, every challenge, and every moment of doubt becomes a source of growth, connecting them with the universe, the earth, and their mission. The heaviness in their legs is a symbol, a reminder that their path is guided, meaningful, and destined to impact the world in a unique way. But it is not a solitary mission. The chosen one realizes they are connected to others, to invisible forces, and to the very energy of the earth. They understand that every action reverberates across multiple planes, physical, mental, and spiritual, and that their mission is not merely to survive or endure, but to advance, illuminate, and open paths that were once closed. The weight then stops being suffering and becomes a constant reminder that you have been chosen to feel, to perceive, to act, and to transform. Chosen to be a bridge between worlds, between people, between visible and invisible forces. It is in this understanding that the chosen finds freedom, the freedom to walk with strength, wisdom, and purpose. The freedom to know that each step, even a heavy one, is part of something far greater than oneself. The freedom to become who they were born to be. Someone who carries the weight, but also the light, the mission, and the power to impact and change the world. The heaviness in the legs is not the end. It is the beginning of a